Hey guys, just want to give my thoughts on Hell in the Cell. It's coming up this Sunday. As of this filming, I'm doing this before SmackDown. There's only 6 matches they have announced. That's kind of typical with WWE these days. Just they don't really like put much effort into some of these pay-per-views. Even though last month's WrestleMania Backlash was a pretty good show, had some really good wrestling in it. But you could tell this is really kind of like, back in the day when they had like the 5 big pay-per-views, like the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, King of the Ring, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. And then in between, they started to introduce like the in your houses, which is kind of like, not a big pay-per-view, but this is what it kind of feels like, not a big show. Because you don't even have Roman Reigns on the show. He's not announced for any matches. So it really feels like, a lot of it's like really feels like back in the day when they only did like Raw like pay-per-views when they had the brand and when they were with the brand split and you had Raw had a pay-per-view and then SmackDown had a pay-per-view. That's what it kind of feels like because a lot of these pretty much all these matches are from Raw. So let's go down really quickly. So it looks like the main event will probably be Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins or Seth freaking Rollins in the Hell in the Cell match. So we're only going to get one Hell in the Cell match, which I think is pretty good because sometimes, when sometimes with these Hell in the Cell pay-per-views, they would have more than one. They would have, sometimes like up to 3. So it looks like they only have one, which is good. And again, that should be the main event. It's been a pretty good feud. I didn't expect, Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes to be a one-off at WrestleMania. I thought that was going to be a feud for a couple of weeks or a couple of months. So. I don't know which direction you really go with this because Cody won the match at WrestleMania and then he won the match last month at WrestleMania Backlash. So I mean, does he beat Cody? Does Cody beat Seth again and he 3-0? Like Seth loses 3 pay-per-views in a row, or does Cody finally get beat? Will this lead to another match? Only way I could think that this match, ending because you want to keep Seth strong. I mean, him losing 3 pay-per-views in a row might not be the best, even though he's a heel and bad guys are going to lose to the good guys eventually, But I think right now, I mean, I know this is not going to happen, but like if they bring like Bray Wyatt back or the Fiend to interfere and attack Cody, that could be a program. Cody can have that program going into SummerSlam, but it should be something. I mean, something should come into it, cost Cody the match or something. I don't know who it could be. I just thought of Bray Wyatt because it's unexpected. Him coming back. But I mean, like, where do you go from here? Cody beats Seth Rollins. Where does he go from here? What's this going to be his next program? So that's the thing I think ahead, I guess. So I think, I think somehow Seth Rollins. I mean, again with Cody, they're really promoting Cody, and they're really giving him a big push. And the one thing I'm just worried about is if they wait too long in getting him that run with the title, with the world title. I don't know how. I mean, the match I really want to see, is Cody and Roman Reigns at a big pay-per-view. But I don't think that's lined up anytime in the next couple of months. But I feel like, the fans are behind Cody now, but if you wait so long and he has this long chase for the title, by the time he actually, wins the title, people are not going to care. All right, so what else? We got Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus Becky Lynch in a triple threat match. Bianca's going to probably go out and win this match. I don't see her losing the title. We have Bobby Lashley versus in a handicap match against Omos and MVP. Bobby Lashley will probably win that match. We have Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens will win that match, just because I just think that, you want, Kevin Owens has been, he already lost at WrestleMania. You want to keep him as one of the top heels, so have him win. I think there might be interference, maybe Alpha Academy comes in and tries, does some interference. We have Theory versus Mustafa Ali. I don't think they're going to keep, they're going to keep the U.S. title on Theory. I don't know, rumors, Cena coming back, to have his summer run, I guess. And I think, SummerSlam, one of the rumors, Theory versus John Cena. So I don't. I mean, if they're gonna do that, they're not gonna have Theory lose to Mustafa Ali. And then you have the six-man mixed tag team: Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan against Judgment Day, Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. Six-man tag. Her rumors that that Finn Balor is going to turn on AJ and join Judgment Day. I think that'll be pretty cool. I mean, Finn Balor's been kind of like a good guy or baby face pretty much his entire run in WWE, and it'll be something different. Something different for him to be kind of like like a heel character. I don't know if he worked heel before. I think he did work heel in New Japan or before he came to WWE when he was Prince Devitt, I believe. So that'd be something different. I mean, cause sometimes you could get when you're the same character, you could get boring. So switching you heel or babyface, brings new feuds and so that might work. I don't know if that will happen at this pay per view, but I feel like again if you look at the card, it's nothing really that's like standing out to me. That's like I got to see this. I mean, the Cody Seth Rollins match at Hell in a Cell, that's going to be a really good match. I think that's going to be like a real, definitely worth seeing. I mean, you got the six-man, I mean, the triple threat for the Raw Women's Championship. That's probably going to be a good match too. But then everything else kind of looks like something you would see on Raw. It doesn't really feel anything special. So we'll see what happens. Again, we don't have Roman Reigns so far. He's not announced at all, so I don't know if he'll be making any appearances. The Usos, they're not announced for anything. Riddle and Randy Orton not on the show. Maybe a possibility. I mean, we still got SmackDown tonight, so maybe I know they were like going to do like Riddle and Nakamura against the Usos. So I mean, that's a possibility. Going ahead, I heard the rumors that for Money in the Bank, Riddle and Roman Reigns, and then at SummerSlam, Randy Orton and Roman Reigns. So we'll see what happens. Doesn't look like anything like a special card, but if you have nothing to do on a Sunday night and just want to watch some wrestling, it might surprise us and be a good show.